Hello everybody and welcome back to the Atari Guy, and today we're going to be looking at one of my first laptops. This is one of the first laptops I own, technically my second. And so today we're going to be fixing the hard drive in this thing because the hard drive in here doesn't work. So, I don't know if it's just something about this laptop in particular or if it's the hard drive. But I have a box of SSDs, and so I've got one more. These are the same SSD I used in the Toshiba laptop, and so we're going to be using this one, and we're going to be installing it in here, and then probably installing Ubuntu on this thing as well. But first we got to take this apart, and there are screws under this thing, so we just got to get our handy dandy screw set. And I don't know where the base is, but there's a screw stuck in it, or a screw head stuck in there. Okay, so after struggling with removing those screws for whatever reason, we can remove the bottom, which is why I have this pick here. So I can remove the bottom and just work around these snaps. Hypothetically, I can work around these snaps without knocking into the camera. There we go. I'm like, what? Okay, so now we can just work this thing around. Hypothetically, we could work this thing around. There we go. There we go. Work this pick around. But as you can tell, this thing is a 360 computer. But this was an X360 computer, so it works as a tablet too. This thing came with Windows 10. This thing is from about 2019. This thing can run Windows 11 perfectly fine. Windows 10 is about to lose support. Alright, so as you can see, this thing does not very well come apart. So here's the hard drive, and it's a 1 terabyte hard drive, which I didn't realize. So maybe I can remove this keyboard. And the beautiful insides. Now the RAM is on the complete opposite side, which means you'd have to remove the whole entire motherboard in order to get that. And right here is what looks like the CMOS battery or speaker. And then here's the hard drive we want to replace, which is a Barracuda. And it's a 1 terabyte one, as I said. So now we just need to remove it, which is easily done. And remove the hard drive bay. Easily done. And here's the mechanical drive. This hard drive, this laptop has had so many hard drives die, I swear. The first problem I ever had with this thing was the hard drive died. And so, where is the replacement SSD? It's on my chair, and it fell off my chair because I was sitting on it. So now we just got to carefully open the package and replace the hard disk drive. Carefully replace it. And we'll insert that in there. Insert. Something ain't right. Okay. Okay, that's good enough for me. And there we go. An SSD. Perfectly installed with no problems at all. Well, for the most part. Alright, now I just gotta replace this ribbon cable. So to the best of my abilities, I replaced the ribbon cables to their proper receptacle. Now we just have to snap this thing closed and put back the 2 screws I took out. So now all we have to do is get the proper power plug, an Ubuntu CD or DVD or USB, and we'll install Ubuntu for now. And I don't know if the Wi-Fi on this thing works, so we're just going to have to see and play it by ear. So there we go. We're hopefully all good. So it doesn't really show up on camera, but the screen is cracked. So let me plug this thing in. I've got the charger here. And power light's on. Let's press the power button. Hopefully the keyboard is working and the mouse is working and everything works. Power light's on. Power light's on. Screen's working. USB's flashing. The CMOS checksum is invalid. The CMOS will be reset to default configurations and will be rebooted. Rebooted, not rebooted. Click enter to reboot the system. Okay, the system rebooted. It's turning on. I'm kind of nervous. No boot device found. Please install and operating on your hard disk. F2. And then we'll click escape to enter into BIOS setup. Ah! I think the keyboard is broken. No. Nah, we're gonna have to use an external keyboard. So interestingly enough, even though this thing is powered off, the caps lock key is on, which is a good and bad sign. So I've got a PS2 keyboard because as you see, I have my adapter here. But that didn't do anything. I was pressing escape. So let's try this again. Pressing escape to pause startup, pressing escape. No boot device found. Obviously, that's why. So let's just try a different flash drive. This might be the wrong flash drive. Which I totally believe. So let's plug in an additional flash drive. And let's see if this one works as a boot device. Because if not, well, I've got other things. There we go. It was just the wrong USB stick. See, they both look identical. But yeah, as you see, this is a nice keyboard. This was in the 3 section at VCF, but it's only PS2. But it looks very similar to other ones that I've seen before. Even has the HP branding on here. And this is an HP keyboard too. Isn't that cool? So, we'll install Ubuntu onto this thing. And I don't know if this keyboard is working. Well, the caps lock key's not turning the lights on. But that could mean anything. Although the caps lock key in here is working. I know I'm using a PS2 keyboard, I don't have any other USB keyboards because all of them are in use. Well, I don't see the loading bar anymore. But I also don't see a cursor, which could mean that the mouse isn't working either. I have a PS2 mouse. It's only a ball mouse, so... no cursor. No mouse. Yeah. I hope I didn't damage the cables, and they're just not plugged in properly. Keyboard works. You can't see the cracks, but I can. I don't want to use this. I don't want to use my PS2 mouse because my PS2 mouse requires a trackpad, not a trackpad. Whatever you want to call it. So I've got this light up mouse here. USB gaming mouse. At some point we'll install a version of Windows on here, but I kind of want to do a Linux version. I don't do Linux so often on here. Sound works. English US. Next, I'm assuming... Oh, whoa! Wi-Fi works. So, I spoke too soon, and Wi-Fi doesn't want to work either. So neither Wi-Fi, nor, neither Wi-Fi nor the keyboard or mouse are working, or trackpad are working, so we'll just have to see. So we will not do that right now. Yeah, we'll not do that now. It seems pretty good graphically. The only problem is Wi-Fi. So, but normally it works with the Wi-Fi, it just doesn't want to today. So maybe we'll see later. So, well, we'll erase disk because, actually no, we'll just go manual. There we go. I'm like, what? Okay. Your name, Matthew. We'll just stick with that. And then password. Passwords do not match. Of course they don't, because you're not letting me type it in. Next, we are here in Chicago, America, Chicago. And install. And so just copy in files, and we'll let it sit, and we'll turn back when it's ready. Alright, so it says the installation is complete, so now we just need to restart. And Wi-Fi is still not working on this thing, so I have a wireless adapter, and I will plug that in a minute. I can probably take the one from the desktop and just get one later, because the desktop is obviously not working right now. So, and then hopefully Ubuntu will be able to just automatically find drivers for it. Yeah, because the Dell desktop still isn't working, but I do have a little Asus little tiny like that adapter that you'd have for like a wireless whatever. But I gotta first get this damn keyboard and mouse trackpad working, which will be probably the next video, or just a side project I do that doesn't necessarily need to be a video. And the screen is cracked. It's an actual glass screen, and it's a touch screen too, so that's something that needs to be fixed. But that's not as much of a concern as getting the keyboard and mouse working. Alright, let's log in. There we go. We're all set up. Welcome to Ubuntu. Next, Ubuntu Pro. Upgrade this machine to Ubuntu Pro 3 for 5 machines. And internet connection is required. Full FedRAMP, FIPS, STIG, and HIPAA and other compliances and hardening requirements with certified tooling and crypto modules. Interesting. Well, you can certainly show all the data you want, because applications, which, believe it or not, don't do us much good. Well, not much will be on here. I don't know why I opened up Firefox. That was just the first thing I thought of. Not like it'll do us much, so there we go. Ubuntu's running at least. So, eventually I can get stuff like, and yes, it's still trying to connect to the Wi-Fi. And it still won't, because it's obviously not going to work. And, again, the keyboard does not work. And the mouse cursor does not either. So, Firefox won't do much, actually, so yeah, still trying to connect to the Wi-Fi. So, well, I'll have to fix the keyboard and cursor, but the battery, see, the battery's charging, the speaker works, doesn't have test sound, the brightness works, I turned up the brightness before, the Wi-Fi is trying to load, and Bluetooth and all that, so only thing I need to do now is fix the darn keyboard and cursor, so that will be in the next video. So until then,